Welcome to Bigfoot Society. If you have Bigfoot activity to report from the same areas discussed in this episode, please reach out to me directly after this episode. And if you'd like to be on the podcast to discuss a personal Bigfoot encounter, please reach out to me directly at bigfootsociety@gmail.com. Do you wish there was more Bigfoot Society to listen to every week? Well, there is now. If you become a supporting member over at Patreon, you get a special members-only episode every single week on Wednesdays, and sometimes even more episodes. Head on over to patreon.com/the Bigfoot Society. And now let's get on with the show. All right, Bigfoot Society, we've got the privilege of talking to Davey Carlisle from the great free state of Jones down there in Union, Mississippi. Davey, we were connected to talk about some really interesting things that he's experienced down there over the years. So, Davey, welcome to the show. How's it going, sir?
Oh, it's great. Show is. I've had some harrowing little experiences there. I've had them. I thought it was either blessed or I was plagued. I had a curse on me or something because every time I look up, I see one of these big hairy things. And it's on the road. One certain tree, I had one do what I call duck and hide. When you see me coming, he duck and hide. My dog that was with me, Nico, that son, he went nuts. He tried to get out of the car. It was wicked. But he just go behind a tree. That was over in seminary. And I lived there for a little while, and that's where I got my first really good picture of a big female and her two babies.
All right. Yeah, we are getting a little bit of background info or background noise, Davey.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
All right, cool. Fair enough.
I'm a baby Charlie.
All right. Would you be able to take us back to the first time when you started to have an interaction with the wood boogers down there?
Yeah. The first one, and I'm going to be frank, I don't sugarcoat nothing. It was me and my dead ex-wife coming back from her graduation practice at South Jones High School. And we just about was coming up on the first of two bridges just before you get to the end to the four-way, and we seen about an 8 or 9 footer take 3 steps and he was across the road. I said, "Did you see that?" She said, "Yeah, I did." We didn't say nothing else. We got to her place. That's where it started. And it blew our mind. That was a big son of a gun. It went right across the road, and you couldn't see it anymore. It just blended in and went straight, I guess, on down Tallahassee Creek, because they love that creek. They like his creeks, but I got it up here, so it's got a lot of game for them all. Then, I'll tell you what, I don't know, I guess they just like that big creek. They hunt up and down it. And they used to it. That was the first time I had seen one. It kind of shook my world a little bit. And the second experience is kind of strange. The second time now, when you get to the four-way stop where we had the first experience, you take a left, then about a mile you take a right. That's a Kirkland cutoff. That's the road where Daddy built a house there on this big, huge hill. Yeah, I was out there running a big one. I put a blanket out. I couldn't find my dogs. I put a blanket out, and she'd come through. She'd go stop by the blanket. Says the puppies are there. Too big. She had to feed. But just to keep right there. She had to tangle. Anyway, she just go out down and had to take care of her business. She go over to the barn, and she said, even with the edge of the barn, there was this head, this big old thing, standing there swaying back and forth. She said she cut it off and come told us a story about it from me and my buddy Fred. We come up there. We had a Smith Wesson K frame 44 Magnum and a 357 Magnum, and here's these footprints we found. You can see the two where it was standing, like 18, 19 inch tracks. This thing was huge. And then the green grass that grows by the barn Here's these daggum tracks. They were like 5 foot apart. Perfect stride. Now see how they cross the road so quick. Now, 3 steps. Now that's 15 foot. And very little motion, them things you get. But when I tell you about the ones here, you're going to really flip. All right. We'll go number 3. Blood trailing a deer and being blood trailed yourself. That I was up hunting my bow. And no sights on it. And it got dark. But I could make out there was like a bunch of deer down below me. I'm up the trees, climbing trees there. I drew back my bow, shot, climbed down, there's a big old thing of blood. And when I climb down, I can go off to the left. My truck's sitting up there. I'll park it. Over, I got a single shot 22, and I come down. I started trailing that blood. Yeah, I was trailing that blood. We had like a 40-mile-an-hour south wind. It was blowing north, and I couldn't smell it. The wind was just howling like hell, like 40-mile-an-hour wind. But I kept hearing these daggone trees breaking. I went back, look, there's these 6 to 7-inch freaking oak trees just snapped like a trail. Anything in the way, he was breaking it down, and it made a lot of racket. Anyway, we get to the back of the field, or the head I'm in, and a little bit further, there's a big old field, there's a fence down. The deer stayed in the head, went all the way down and to the left and went halfway to the backfield. Well, that's how far I got. Anyhow, I got to that point, and the wind swapped. It started coming out of the west and blowing east. And I got the most horrible smell that you have ever smelled. It was a stinking stuff. I mean, it got an odor. I could testify to that. They talk about them stinking. Yeah. I put a skunk to shame. And as soon as I smelled that, I had it pretty quick. I got 2 and I made 4. And I realized what was troubling me. I got from there to my truck, which is probably a 600-yard run, in probably like 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, I booked all the way to my truck, got in it, and I went on back to pedal where I lived on Art Lane. But that kind of shook me up. That's number 3. Let's ride around a little bit. I'm going to take a break about halfway through. Anyhow, number 4. First duck and hide. All right. On the way to my house, there's a cut-through road I take. And it winds around, and it goes down a little, what you call a creek crossing. A little branch comes across there. Anyhow, there's a big old pine tree. And when I come across there, I call that one the duck and hide champion. Because I got a little bit of eye shine. He ducked around that tree, and my partner, he rode with me everywhere. If you seen me, you seen my dog, Nico. Everybody loves Nico. He seen that thing, and he went nuts. I never seen him go that nuts. He went front to back, growling, barking. I said, Nico, you won't mess with that. And I said, that dog will bite you. All right. Then, oh, Lord, that's when I got my picture. I was sitting there washing clothes for 2.5 hours, a few days after this, and I mean, I'm washing. And I feel like these eyes are just burning through my daggone back. I mean, for 2.5 hours on the back porch, washing clothes, eyes burning through your back. This is about 5:30. I kind of propped my camera up, and I ain't just very back of the backyard. And at that point, the grass is 3 foot tall. I snapped a picture, 2 pictures. I walk in the house, had to pay through my phone, and my wife says, see if you see anything. And she said, hey, you got a Bigfoot in here. Hey, and it's a mama. She got that just from the picture. And I've kind of looked at that picture a little bit more. You see these 2 engorged memory glands hanging out. And I've been feeding this old girl for months. I'm thinking I'm feeding deer. I mean, this ain't eating. I put a plate out with 2 sandwiches from the it was used to be the Grand, now it's Island View Casino. Anyhow, she loves him. Took the plate and all. But that thing, I kind of have an attraction to me. But it's just, when you see the babies, it all ties together. Just what I did, actually catch her. And I've been criticizing that picture and criticized. I think some people just a little jelly. I ain't gonna mention no names. But when somebody's trying to find something that's dangerous to them things and you want a little bit of advice from them, you just want a favor, it'd be nice and courteous for you to give them that time of yours that's, I guess, so valuable and answer the questions. But I've had a lot. I was shunned on that one. This is the most obvious picture I've ever seen. I watched movie after movie, and they said they got a picture of one on trail cam, and I'm sitting there, I don't see it. But anyway, this thing, it stands out like a sore thumb. Big eyes, and the arm goes down, kind of through the trees, and you see two little things standing there right beside her. And they like 5 foot tall, little juveniles, I guess you call them. Number two, the second, duck and hide. After I took the picture a little bit later, my wife was with me. I lost September 5th of 2023, and I laid to rest on 9/11. We actually got married 9/10/11. But anyway, I seen it. Nico didn't, because he was playing with Mama, and I didn't want to scare her, but he ducked and hide again. That would come to 3. That's number 6. All right. And the guy that just showed up here, he's had experience with it too. Him, my daughter, and Charlie are saying, you heard them a while ago. That was a background noise. And I said, here, come up, knocks on the door. Now he's laying in the bed. Everybody's in bed. We got 2 little dogs. And the little Chihuahua, who's pregnant now, she can have I don't know what, there are cows in her now. She's triple the weight. But when he opened that door on the second night, when it stepped on my steps, and a camper, I could feel it up here, bend over towards the north. It's a pretty heavy little fella. What he was doing, he ain't getting no change, right? He jumped up, and as soon as he jumped up, the thing was already running. And when you go around my camper, you can see this trail that something just made. He said he seen this thing. He said it was way taller than him. Not long after that, I was laying here. I heard a knock, just like when my friend comes to see. Apparently, this thing's been watching my friend come up and knock on my window. Because it did the same thing. I went outside. I looked around to see who was here. Didn't see nobody. I said, what the heck? I walked all the way down my camper. I come back in and lay down. About 30 minutes later, both of them actually died, and I got up, went outside, and I plugged them in and looked, and they're fresh, 17-inch track, 4 foot from my bedroom window. I just think they like to yank my chain. But let's see where we at now. This was kind of an earlier little deal I found one day. I just want y'all's opinion. There was Grapevine Road. It runs through Camp Shelby in Brooklyn, Mississippi. When you get to the end of Grapevine Road, it empties out. If you go straight across, you will cross into my great grandfather's place. That's right. I went down that road about about 3/4 mile, and I just took a left, went straight in. I walked up to this big oak tree, 12 foot off the ground. Here's these crisscross looking X scratches all the way around this daggum tree. There's bark everywhere. 12 foot off the ground and no limbs. That one kind of, I had an uneasy feeling at 17 years old when I seen this. But anyway, I'd like to have y'all's opinion on that too. All right. Oh, Lord. Oh. Anyway, number 8, or number 7. No, number 8. At number 8, we got I kept getting these gifts on my back porch. I think the old girl had, my wife said she was sweet on me. Because I kept getting gifts. There's an old flat basketball, black and white. It was rotten. It was pinched up and you see through it. Anyway, it was way back in the bush. It ended up on the porch. That was the first gift. All right. Then I'm laying in the bed at number 9, my wife, and we hear these little on the side of that old lap side and on the outside of this building, this house, and this thing is throwing little pebbles just hitting inside the house, trying to get my attention. I find it kind of cool because there ain't no way a rock could fall up, fall over, or hit my house in any form or fashion because of the overhang. She was trying to get my attention to come out. I guess I'm serious. All right, number 9. Tic-tac-toe. Somebody got a crush on me. Yeah, I was talking about the crush here. All right. All right. At number 10, one of my gifts was super cool. It's a 6-inch, 1.25 green hickory piece, about 6 inches long, and it's clean like it's been factory finished. It takes some strong fingers to do that, you know. All right, number 12. As I was going to my tree that my dumb butt actually put the first food I put up for him back in July of this year, or last year, I went back there. Sorry for the delay. My brain was calculating. Anyway, 20 feet behind my camper is where I feed them. And I was getting my food for like 4 months now. No pics. Game camera. Okay, my dumb. I go out at 10:30 at night. I walk it up, gonna see if there's still food on the tree, and I just had to look down when I was about 6 foot from this 9-foot wood booger laying there, reaching over with a 7-foot arm, picking up them grapes I put on the tree. I guess he checks it and gives some doubt. He'd bring it over and eat it, and he'd reach over getting another one. So I go to my camper. I set my game shell up, and I went back for a second look. And my game cam, it took a picture of him. But you can't see him for nothing because they was using the height of the weed staying under my infrared lens. I could either taste it, smell it, or see it. They're slick. All that food just figured I was pouring the food on. I mean, I get this daggone stuff called Dave. It got all kind of grain in it. They love that. Apples, the grapes, and bananas. They really like bananas. One thing they really cleaned up was these pears. It's kind of squishy, you know, but there's a ton of them. I mean, I put them out that afternoon. I went back that night, and it's gone. Something to sit there and eat, every one of them. And there's all these trails. You can see where they've been submarine. All back of the trails. I mean, it's like somebody at a worn trail, somebody's been using it, and it ain't me. I don't hardly go back there. I didn't make the trail. They did. I was sitting up in my tree stand. It's 22 foot off the ground. This was January of 2024. 8:30 at night. In the night. No wind. And suddenly, this 12-inch oak tree, it sounded like I don't know what hit it, but it was slammed to the ground. Okay, that was in between me and the backside. I'm sitting there, what the heck? I kept pondering, what the better done that, you know? And then exactly 15 minutes later, I had 2 more trees get pushed down. This was in between me and my car. I give them the woods they wanted. I climbed out, got my little Saturn SC1 coupe, and I went home. That really freaked me out. And number 13, you see, I first moved here on this road I'm living on now. It's actually, and this is kind of it's like I come full circle. Living on the same road I had my first experience with my dead ex-wife. This ain't the first one. And it's kind of a special place here. burial, Indian burial ground. There's supposed to be this witch that lives here, and all kind of ghosts and stuff. Anyhow, it's true. But anyway, we studying woodbuggers. All right. When we first moved there, though, I went out to go dump the pan of oil out. I go wash the pot up and cook something from wife. Anyway, I was coming back. Well, as I walked out, actually, as I walked out of the personal vision of my eye, I see this 12-footer on back the other side of this old tin shed that's been knocked down. It's on the ground, but it's sitting there swaying. I pretend like I don't see it. I dump my oil, and I walk right back to my camera truck. I was it. I walked very, very fast. You think I'm running? Instead of closing the door, I left it cracked open. And you can hear him walking. I pedal. These huge footfalls, man. It's like in the movie, you hear his crunch, crunch. I mean, it's intimidating. Number 14, I went up 4 days later. I went back to where the trees, and seen the trees. You see, I took pictures of the stumps and all that where it broke off. A 12-inch oak now snapped off like a twig. First tree. But anyway, I was heading back to that place where I hunt, and I heard my first wood knock ever. I thought that was kind of special. I never heard one before. But man, at number 15, that's when I come back from my friend's house now. I get here like, oh, that's there. And I heard my first freaking bonny bird call. There was a little creep, I guess, coming through there, and they was communicating. And me and her just talking about it. Anyway, and this girl also told me the other day something that kind of unnerving, you know. She's been hearing this sound like a lady screaming. Then she hears a baby cry. And we know what that is. That's a lure. Yeah, she better stay on that porch. You know, go out in the woods. This thing all the times I've been out there, I got her sit right in the middle of this. It's just a little strip. It may be 100 feet wide. It's got these 60-year pine trees. But right dead center in the middle, there's a 6-foot wide trail where something goes through there. Constantly. It was like a highway. There was no downs, you know. I'm like, look at this. I get here at 3:30 in the morning now. And I coasted in. I didn't come in. I turned my lights off and I coasted in. I come in real quiet. I call it the sneak approach. Anyway, on the part, I could hear what sounded like a monkey here, a monkey here, a monkey there, a monkey over here. They all communicating, letting each other know. I heard that. I went inside. I found iced oatmeal cookies. Exactly 20 feet on my camper on old stumps. I set them up there. I checked the next morning. I go over to my friend's house. I didn't come back home for like 30-something hours. I was kind of scared. Got back, though, after 30 hours. All the cookies gone, cleaned up. A little, in the rack, they just got all the crumbs out and put it back. That's where all the action takes place. Here, this is my group. They're nice. They're nicer than the rest of them, I think. I went out there one day. I tried me a little bit knocking. There I am. Picture that I'm in my Star and Stripe, red, white, and blue shorts that were my wife's that passed. And I had my hay dudes on. That was it. I hit this tree now. I walk over to my picnic table. And I hear this whoop, whoop. And buddy, there was the whole family coming. And I ran in the house. And I get it together, grabbed my iPhone, when we're talking on now, and I ran out there past that 10. I just stopped and started snapping pictures. I got one picture. It's got 4 of them in it. I even drew it. I got it on the wall right here. I drew a picture of it too. I only got 3 in this one I drew. But in the actual picture, I took my phone. There was, you see the 12-footer in the background. The Big Daddy, what you call the HMFIC head in charge, you know. That big dog. I'm a crazy electrician. I've been there for 43 years, and I retired February 20th. I've been disabled for pretty good while too. It's been rough. And take care of my wife. She had multiple sclerosis, PTSD.
Oh, wow.
She had COPD. She had all kinds of problems. That girl went back after 22 years being tied down and turned out to be the number one 5-star review in phone answer out of 53,800 employees for Maximus Federal.
Mm.
She's pretty smart. With 194 IQ, she's a genius. That's one in 3.5 billion. There were 5.3 billion people. She's pretty intelligent. I'm half smart. I come in second, pedal high. When I was 11 years old, they tested everybody. My mom got a diploma. She told me about it in my late 20s now. This might have been helpful in school. I might have tried a little harder, but I had 162 IQ. I was the second highest. Dale Henson, my buddy, he was number one.
I'm sorry you lost her.
I'm attracted to smart people, smart. I think Bigfoot I think they communicate. They feed off of you some way. Why am I having so many freaking interactions? This is over a 41-year period now. Am I blessed or am I cursed?
True.
That is the question.
It's a good question. You'd mentioned that there was a point where you started to hunt them.
Yeah, that was July of last year. That's when I rode in with the lights off. That's when I actually started and set in my mind to actually hunt. I've had so many and found so much. There's no even counting now. I believe in my heart I can make friends with them, and we can hang out. Yeah. And the ones that are, pushing down the trees, we done made up. Yeah, I was sitting up there about 5 or 6 full moons back. Sitting up my stand. That's when I got my first recording, or my second actually recording of a bionic bird whistle. 5:30 in the afternoon, I hear them. 3 out bionic bird whistles. I managed to get my phone out, and I started recording this. I got a drum roll. The 29-second mark of that film, here's this bionic bird whistle. Same one I heard at that girl's house before I heard the monkey sounds. Anyway, they are heading. Sounded like they was heading, due east to Tallahassee Creek. Okay, around 3 a.m., the moon's up, it's shining through the trees, and all of a sudden I catch these 3 sets moonlight. Now here we are. Picture this. We moonlight together. And about 3:05, we start hearing these coyotes. About a half mile off, chasing the heck out of these rabbits. The rabbit chase is a good one, too. And around 3:30, they made it to the head to hunting. That's when I heard 3 bionic bird whistles, bird calls, and a couple of other little whistles. And it got eerily quiet. And that's where I got out of the woods. I decided to climb on down. I went to my son's house, old truck. I there had a comforter in it. When I get cold, I go in there and cover up, get warm. I went up there, laid down where I got there. I just can't figure out why these things like me so much. Weird. Oh, and one other thing. In 2014, this may bear a little bit. My wife died in the ER. Then she died in surgery. Had a choice to either go on up to heaven, get out of her pain and suffering, or go back down and fulfill a mission for God. From 2014 to 2023, my wife had visions every night. We thought they were nightmares at first. There toward the end, she said her visions about a month before she died. She said, "Look, Dave, in my vision now, I see you going to these podiums all over the United States, then all over the world, and people fly to you." Now, this is a mission for big man. And she said, "I'm not going to be there. She said, I'm going on home to heaven." And she kept one promise of it. It was really freaky. She promised me that she died first, and she wasn't laughing, that she was going to come back and haunt me. And She was also a medium, and she did. The mother around here. Got Bigfoot messing with me. I got ghosts messing with me. You know, what's up? Maybe God is doing this one to tell me something. I don't know. And, after she died, I rolled up one day. I left her arm. It was, oh God, just feel like it was ripping off every time I tried to move it. I couldn't put it in no position, no pain. And I broke down when I got home after I rode 45 minutes in a 6-minute drive back home. And this rain that was coming in, I mean, just, you couldn't see 2 or 3 foot in front of the car. It took me 45 minutes to get home. I missed the road, the main road I live on. I tried the next road to this big store. I actually could make it out. I got home. I broke down. Asked Jesus. You said you went through so much pain first. And I said, I need a miracle. I communicated with him. I went inside. An hour later, I'm laying there. I finally get my arm propped up on my Bible and a pillow. And so comes in and touches my left hand. The sensation up my left arm, up to my shoulder, over to my right shoulder, up, swirled around my head, and come down my spine. Hour and a half later, I had full range of motion in my arm. No pain whatsoever. God fixed me last night. And, the big man, he wants to keep me around. What questions you got?
I've got a few questions for you. I just want to say I'm sorry that you lost your wife as well, Davey. It sounds like she was a fantastic individual. I do have a few questions for you. When you had these sightings of the wood boogers, do you remember any details of the face? Were you able to get a good look at the face during the road crossing?
Actually, it was like looking at this big 9 foot, 8, 9 foot tall, about 5 foot wide, black furry thing. That's all you kind of seen, and I had to put lights on too. And it lit him up. And if I had a movie camera, you could see it perfectly off road niggas. Disappeared. I went in the thin air, but I couldn't see a face. That's like me when I hunt deer. It's hard for me to see the horns. I miss them a lot of times. And by the way, I did kill my 77th deer last year. I'm at the Indian part of it from hunting. And 27 years old, my wife, I never did deer hunting. I promised her I'd quit. Shave my beard, clean shaven. Since she died, I looked like Bruce Adams.
There you go.
I had a haircut.
There you go.
Just give her 20, when she could, bought me 2 ghillie suits. I got some equipment.
What other equipment do you have?
I got the trail cam, which is useless.
Right.
That's tits on the bowl hole. But I got my infrared night vision. That's true. But anyhow, I got that. I got my leafy ghillie suit, and then I got the green jungle suit. And when I hunt, I love to wear that stuff. It really, you can't see it. You just disappear. And that's a big advantage. I got that idea from a guy I met. His name's, I think it's Standings. He got a little new he put out this. That's one really fired me back up. I got a lot of people I've corresponded with, and the best thing that happened was corresponding with you. You know, all these people, they encouraged me. What was sad was the one place that you think would help you, but when they belittle you, call you a liar on their platform on social media. And, you know, I took it with a grain of salt, and I said, y'all just jelly. And I got off the channel. It felt good to just send that first message you sent me, and then that Bigfoot Society next beside it. The screenshots.
Yeah.
And I got your attention.
Well, I mean, we're about giving people a place to share what they've experienced. You know, we're not like the others that make fun of you, you know?
Well, I know, yeah. I just need some advice on whether she tried to make friends with them. That's all I was going to ask. Is it possible? Does anybody ever make friends with them? You know, I see pictures all the time on Facebook, you know, old pictures of Indians and a Bigfoot with them.
Right.
I truly believe I can make friends with them. And the only reason they won't say that the Bigfoots are real. And you should know this, I know this. And the timber companies, I think they lobby for they just want to prove it.
Absolutely.
Even all the evidence, all the videos, you know, you got the footprints. Ain't no way none of them have footprints. Ain't no way some human beings gonna reach up 11 foot off the ground and the actual tree I'm feeding them in, they have broken off the top going down to the ground. I didn't realize it was a territory marker till I just looked at it and went, oh my God, this is a territory marker. And all in these woods now, there's one tree, it's about 6 inches diameter. This thing goes this way. And it's like a zigzag over here. And it goes back up this way and up. I don't know how somebody or something made this tree do this. It's amazing looking. You know, I've invited people to come here. And just sit around, you might get an interaction. You know, them things here lately, they really have been taking a change. They play with them. I don't have a way to get back to where I was getting all the fruit and stuff to feed them.
Sure.
And I'm living on a triangle right here.
Yep.
You know, 20 foot past my camera. It's posted. No, thanks when it's it's 50 foot, because that's where the backfield is. And that backfield now, after I discovered so many freaking tracks in July, August, and trailways. I mean, there's nobody back there. They don't, all the people, all these people are, the only land here is a bunch of police officers. About Plumman Road, on all this land they hunt. They don't mess with it. And, you know, during that hot time of the year. Well, buddy, I couldn't believe all the tracks. I got video of pictures of these big, I mean, huge, 17, 18-inch tracks. And, like, wow. They were just unreal. Yeah.
I got a question or two more for you. And I bring this up just because you've alluded to it a few times, but was there a specific instance where it became really evident that you've mentioned that there's a Bigfoot that had a crush on you or that was sweet on you?
Yeah, that was the girl I fed for 7 months. Yeah, we got kind of close. Pretty close. My wife, she's the one who found it. She had a high IQ to her just a second. She could tell me exactly what was in that picture. She was, like I said, she was a genius, 194 IQ. She could sell snow to Eskimo. That poor girl, after she stepped in a stump hole in our yard where I took the picture. And she missed work on October 31st, Halloween. She went to work that day, and after the day of work, or the day before, anyway. And tell you what, it's a ride now. That was one wild ride. And I miss her. But these Bigfoot wood boogers have been filling the void. I mean, I can get all my energy and my little bit of intelligence, and I believe I can make friends with them. You know, anybody else wants to come and check out my evidence, I can lay down. I got hundreds of pictures of them. I don't look for nothing but fur. It's FUR. That's the stuff they hang off of them. When you see fur, it's sitting there watching you. And you don't ever see just one. And that 3 foot tall grass, you see the little shoulders, you see the head. And you go way up, you actually see an arm. You can see the core of her arm coming down, and just this little arm put to her right hand with his left hand. And they're all watching me. What do you think? They all make friends?
I think it's possible to have a respectful back and forth. I mean, you can definitely
this ain't smart.
Provide food, but don't stop it. I mean, if you're going to start the gifting, you need to not stop it.
I learned that one.
Yeah. Just be aware that they're in
Gotta be
charge,
careful of that. I'm not young.
Right.
I just believe. Just about I got my little car back on Saturday. Had to put a water pump on it. Need a hair core and a clutch. But I got to change that out. And the tire's going to be ready. So get their food, keep them fed. And if you're going to take any video here, it would have to be with a camera that has no infrared and no trigger. It's got to be a loop. A learn 24/7, 365 loop. It's watching full time, and you might get some good video here. But if it's got any kind of infrared, no. You see, that was another thing I don't share with people about the fact that infrared, they can see that. I proved that. 4 months of no pics. After I seen that thing eating, I went back and set my camera up, and I went back for that second look. That's when my trail cam snapped a picture of me. But you can't see them. They say right under, and right where you get. And there was this daggone tunnel. I thought this big old fat coon would have made that thing, but no, that's where they was sliding in. And they had, they're like a submarine's coming. I call it submarine. There's a submarine under my infrared lens. Reach over, spit over off 7-foot arm, and you actually look all around. You see, one leg's there, one leg's there, one leg's there. And when they shake it, I guess they barely shake it before the food falls. Yeah, you reach over and grab it and eat it. But man, the trail and stuff they made, there's a lot of proof here. Somebody might look at it. I don't have nothing. I'm 62. I'm on a mission for God. Why would I have any need to lie to anybody? I was with 2 women for 4 years, and I never stepped out on either one. I have no regrets. And if I had to live my life over, I wouldn't change. Even down to my big wood boogers. You'll be looking through my eyes. Let's see how you feel. It was wicked. Some of it was scary, some of it was. I don't know. It would get when you see one. And people wonder why. Now, listen to this. This is my theory on this. People always wonder why is the camera's blurry when it takes pictures. I'm going to tell you something. When you see a big 9-foot tall, 4-foot wide wood booger, and he's swaying back, you're going to be shaking like a leaf on a tree. That's why you get them fuzzy, blurry pictures. There's no telepathy to the camera. It's some people shaking. You understand that, don't you? Yeah. When I took that picture, I had it as tight as I could against that my porch. Before it went up to the hotel to roof up, it's hard to get that camera still. And that's just one thing, why they're blurry pictures.
I'd say that's a pretty good theory.
Hour before we did this interview, I was in there making up my list, and as I was walking down there with my notebook, I heard something knocking inside the trailer. I thought it was knocking on the door. I heard it plain today, and I walk on down. I said, "Y'all knock the camper?" They said, "No." I guess he's out there. He was probably out there yanking my chain again. Okay, throw that in. But anyway, it's been great, man. I was so excited to get the invitation to be here. Actually, tell my side of the story. I forgive everybody in this world, but that's what God wants you to do. He wants us to love one another. You better get right with him. Like I said, I'm on a mission. It has to do with the second coming of him. I'm not sure what. I haven't been informed yet, but I'm ready. He come and saved touched me, and got rid of all my pain. All my bone spurs are gone. I quit working 4 years ago, and I got on disability. It works again. I got to go and get it back. I've been rebuilding my body, I drink a gallon of milk a day. On a good day. I love milk. I'm a milkaholic, actually. But, he did come one time. I did something stupid in 2011. I'm in a dark place, and dark things happen. I ended it all. Before I got on her hand and knee, and I begged Jesus, come save me. Just help me get it. You should have him to get me in that bed. All right. She looked up, and the centaur walks in, trots in, jumps up on the countertop. when Jesus walked and said, "Get down, pick Maurice up, put him in bed like Cynthia wants." And she said, "It says here, breathe life back into Maurice." And Cynthia said, "Jesus, I don't have the power to do that." And Jesus said, "Cynthia, you always had the power to do that." And I woke up the next morning, and the room spun around 3 times. I had a massive heart attack. I have 2 inch rip in my heart now. And this has ripped my heart at the hospital. When I went, they came out, got her. She went into MS coma because her mom had died 3 days before. Make a long story short, she told me about what happened after 9 days when she could talk again. When the MS coma, she can't speak. When I went back to the apartment to get her Copaxone shot, she went down to her. That's for MS treatment. I'm around the corner of my apartment, and I looked down at my linoleum floor, and here's all these hoof prints. Can you imagine what I felt at that moment? I got on my hands and knees, and I prayed. I said, "I believe in you 100,000%, and I ain't got no doubt."
Wow.
You know, you get to wondering. I think we're going to find out real soon with that Freddie River. She is just about dried up. And them 4 boys been sitting down there for a long time. They ready to come out.
I hear you.
I hear you. I just want to thank you for reaching out to me.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you for sharing.
Show, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I've been listening to your show.
This has been a really good conversation. I appreciate you coming on, and I'd say definitely keep us informed if anything else happens to you, or where you're out there in the field looking. You have a good one, Davey.
Catch you later, dude. Yahweh bless you.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Just want to take a few minutes to say thank you to you, all my listeners, for listening to the podcast. Please take a minute to help out the show by subscribing on YouTube, making sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any notifications, and share the episode on YouTube with a friend. Also, if you're listening to us on a podcast, thank you so much. Make sure that you're subscribed, share the show with a friend. Really, it's all about sharing the show wherever you can. If you've had a Bigfoot encounter related to the following or know someone who has, please reach out to me at bigfootsociety@gmail.com or pass on my email. Here's a list: the Subtle Lake area of Oregon, Rainbow, Oregon, McKenzie Bridge area, Sweet Home, pretty much that entire area, the north part, if you get what I mean. I'll see you back next time, listeners. Sasquatch Summerfest this year, July 11th through the 12th. It's going to be fantastic. July 11th through 12th in Green Waters Park in Oak Ridge, Oregon. And listeners, if you're going to go, you can get a 2-day ticket for the cost of one if you use the code BFS, like Bigfoot Society, but BFS, and it'll get you some off your cost. Priscilla was nice enough to provide that for my listeners. So there you go. I look forward to seeing you there. So make sure you head over to www.sasquatchsummerfest.com and pick up your tickets today.